Alright, now we can start. So, I will say that the last stream that I did of Factorio ended spectacularly, and that I consider what happened to the Ninja the canonical ending. And if you haven't seen it, you should watch it before I spoil it, which I totally didn't just do yet. But there's a certain, like, open-endedness that leaves some questions open, and in particular it leaves the question open, how close were we actually? So I want to explore our final trip in some versions. I want to explore, so I do not consider, like, this is after the main trip. We are not redoing anything. We are just exploring what would happen if. How many changes were necessary to get the giant space carrot to the goal. And I think I should remind everyone here what happened first. So if you've just seen this or you just recently watched the VOD, this might not be interesting, but what happened is that I told the good old Ninja to go to the solar system edge. And then we speed up, right? Our speed will be around 150, well, you can see. And from the start, things look okay. But you can see that our machinery will turn on relatively quickly. All of these assembly machines will start turning on. And that's going to start eating into our power. You are going to see... Oh, I didn't even build the extra accumulators. Whoops. Well, we're not having any extra accumulators then. And as soon as we start hitting big boys, no, not big, huge boys, like this one, we're gonna run into power issues. So we're going at 178 kilometers per second. And pay attention to what becomes a problem here. What size of asteroid is our nemesis and how it ends our ship. Because this is the question of how close did we get to actually making it through. Right, we're at 17,000 kilometers. That is not yet the hardest part, actually. The hardest part is still to come. I think the hardest part is around 70% of the travel, and you can see we're gonna get hit here. At around 20,000 kilometers, we already got hit. And it was by a big one. And the big ones are supposed to be killed by our gun turrets. Actually, the ship is still going here. Okay, we took some damage, but the ship is going. Power is... Weirdly enough, power is holding this time. Probably because I'm not using a railgun turret to shoot mediums like last time. Or unlike last time, I should say. But you can see that if you pay attention, it's going to be the rocket turrets that are failing us. The rocket turrets do not get the job done. Like they almost failed to get that. Gun turrets and laser turrets, as soon as it's small, they're taking care of it. But the rocket turrets both have travel time, and they're not good enough. Oh boy, that huge guy is gonna eat us. Oh no, he didn't. But there, he's gonna eat us. Oh well. Alright, now we're probably about to die. 32... And the rocket turret's just shooting everywhere, but they can't take care of everything in all directions. We're also out of power at this stage. Which, interestingly enough, I don't know what it's mostly being used for. but it's destroying everything. And here comes the big boy to end us. You may once again in HD see the ninja die. Alright, so that is the canonical ending of what happened. Max is sending me a message on Steam. I don't know if I want to read that on stream. Oh, your Twitch chat isn't working. Okay. Max is sending me messages. I can read power statistics of the hub. That is true. We could look at the hub. Thanks. So we have backseating from within Twitch chat. So the question is, how much do we need to change to make this work? So I have several things I want to try. And yes, Sahydrai the Domini. The things you say about the ship being too small and the turret shooting left and right, that is definitely one big problem. So definitely one of the big problems is we're shooting like these rocket turrets. There are only 4 of them, and all of them cover all directions. And none of them is specialized to the front, because my front side is not long enough that I could have a rocket turret that only covers the front. They're all shooting, and in particular they're shooting stuff over here. Some of which is probably not even going to hit my ship. If something goes like diagonal, these things are going to kill it without me needing to kill them. Next level, the butt plug is bad. Yeah, definitely you would want a ship that is at least as wide as a rocket turret thing. But on the other hand, if you make it wider, you also get more spawns. So there's a trade-off here. So there are several fixes we could do. The first fix, actually the simplest fix I want to try, is just delete all the engines except one. That's not a big fix. It'll just make us slower. And going slower will actually help us have the asteroid spawn lower. First thing we try is just we go slower. And we'll see whether that change is enough to get us through. So previously we were going at 178. Now we're gonna go at... Okay, I did not expect us to go so slowly. Of course the German made a Star Destroyer. You think this is a Star Destroyer? I'm pleased you think that. It's actually a flying carrot. I was aiming to get at like 100 kilometers per second. 50 is kind of slow. How far away is this solar system edge? That's gonna take us a while, isn't it? There's the solar system edge. I just researched you. There's 100,000 kilometers. The dangerous part is around 90,000. Starting at 80,000 to 90,000 is the peak of danger. And so... Oh, this would take a while. Oh hey, it finally connected, yeah. I made a carrot, Nemiblub. I did indeed make a giant carrot. I make a chrysanthemum destroyer? I don't even know what a chrysanthemum destroyer is. Okay, this might honestly be the most boring version of it. I didn't even consider it would get that slow. But I guess we had... How many engines do we have? 6? And now we only have 1 left, so I should not be too surprised that things are really slowing down. Oh yeah, and you can see we're shooting stuff that is not dangerous to us at all. Well, everybody lean back and let's watch this. Or sit back. Anyway, you had autosaves like 50 seconds before you blew up. Could use that to look at the power stats. Oh yeah, I could game speed up. I think we might want to game speed up here. That is a good point, Max. You might just want to game... This is gonna disable achievements, but I am not interested in getting an achievement from this run anyway. Game speed equal, let's say 3. Yep, and we need to confirm that we want that. Oh, slowly we go. This is now running at 3x the game speed, so our update rate is just higher than usual. This is a carrot after some space monster took a giant bite of the tip of the carrot. No, there's... What do you mean? Oh, I guess the tip of the carrot should be like a root thingy. Fair enough. Anyway, I can already see that the big one's already getting closer to me. We may not be able to survive this. I don't know if this slowdown is actually gonna help much. It definitely is making things a lot slower. Interesting that the medium ones can go so fast the other direction that they don't bother us. Cutting all the ice here. Oh, that's fine. I know we could open the power statistics. But then we can't watch. Yeah. We're gonna watch the power shortly before we die. How moduled are your buildings? Oh, they're extremely moduled. But they're all moduled the wrong way. They don't have efficiency modules. Yes, carrots are very pointy with a root thing at the end. Also, the leaf things are much bigger too. Oh, that depends on the carrot. Did you install the mod that lets you keep platforms that are destroyed? No, I did not install any mods for this run right now. The goal is just to explore minimal changes. I think we're gonna see what's happening. We don't need additional mods here. Yo, there are bacons. Yeah, there definitely are speed bacons here. The speed bacon, this foundry is using 15 megawatt. So this is eating our power. What did you actually change? So I did one run where I just repeated. We die around 30,000 kilometers on a normal run. I removed all the engines but one. And the reason we're not going super slow right now is we're running the game speed at XXX right now. So even though this looks like we're going quite fast, you can also see the shooting speeds and everything is sped up. So we're actually only going 50 kilometers per second. But because we don't want to wait half an hour for a run, we sped that up. Speed bacon on productivity modules? Damn, that's some optimism for sure. Well, I was worried that I would not get enough material. And currently we're holding. But as I said, the big thing is gonna be 80 kilometers. Or 80,000 kilometers, sorry. Guess you also can get lucky with the spawns of the huge ones. It's always nice to add a pump in the fuel line so you can put some logic in there. Oh boy, we're getting into like denser territory here. Little did you know, in reality you're throwing out more than half the rocks you pick. Yeah. I mean, I'm also throwing out the ice. Sometimes, like, some of these side motions are actually scary. But I think all the sides are still covered by rocket... Like, I made sure everything is covered. But the travel time of the rockets is actually another thing that I underestimated. Like, only 4 rocket turrets at the front is actually the main problem here. And also that they need 4 hits instead of 3 hits if I had one more level of the explosive damage, they would only need 3 hits, as people have pointed out. But that would have taken more time, so in research. I could have totally done it. But when I ended the run last time, it was 2 AM. I really just wanted this to be over. So I didn't want to wait another half an hour for another research. Alright, so far so good. We're definitely getting further with this slow down approach. I haven't changed anything anywhere else. I'm not suffering power outages yet. Rockets are holding. We haven't taken any damage, and we're already twice as far as before. So, for a minimum impact run... Oh, that is a lot now, though. But we made it. For a minimum impact run, going slow seems to be one of the very effective ways to improve the survivability of the ship. You were just going too fast last time. Yeah, I might have been. I'm not convinced yet we're gonna get through on this thing. Because my god, there's gonna be a lot. Right, coming up on 70,000 here. Yeah, instead of waiting half an hour for research, you'd have been waiting half an hour just to get to this point. That is true. 50 kilometers per second, 1,000 divided by 50 is 200 seconds? No, that's not true. It's 100,000. It's 100,000. So it's 20 times... It's 20? No, that must be 2,000 seconds, surely. Which would be over half an hour. How expensive is that? Anyway, 74,000. This is now the danger zone. Now there should be a lot of huge ones. Although, arguably, every huge one splits and then the medium ones kind of like split into different directions. And they mostly miss us. So far, it almost feels like this region with the huge ones is easier on our system. Alright, 80,000 to 90,000. They say this is the most dangerous area. Oh yeah, now we're getting something. Now we're getting it. No, it looks like it's holding. It looks like it's holding. Are we out of power? No. I didn't even add in the extra accumulators that I added in later. I didn't delete anything here, and no foundries are deleted this time, unlike the real run. I didn't touch anything. Just press start. Don't forget, Alpha, this is not even the final destination. That is true. That is definitely true. I know there's the whole endgame thing, which gets way more overwhelming with the Prometheum asteroids. But I just wanted to know, could I have finished the game on this ship? Is the Ninja capable of reaching the edge of the solar system? The problem was behind the captaincy. What have I changed? I have only changed this right now. We are running a single thruster. And we're running 3x game speed, because boy, this ship is really slow. Alright, let's go down to... This is the real speed of this ship. This is gonna feel very slow now. If you want to experience what the actual speed of this ship would have been. Yeah, what's at the edge of the solar system? That's a good question. It is simply the equivalent of launching a rocket in 1.0. Instead of just escaping the planet, our goal nowadays is to escape the solar system. So we want to get from the planets to the system edge. Oh, of our solar system. Well, there's a bunch of asteroids there, but they're actually not very dense. And then eventually, like, they kind of thin out. There's just comets there, ice balls, but they become very thin and very rare. And at some point... Yeah, at some point it just teeters up. It's mostly empty space, right? Alright, look at that! I mean... I'm not gonna get the achievement for it, because we used some console commands, and I don't deserve the achievement, because as I said, the canonical ending is that Ninjin burned up and was destroyed by asteroids. But this was all that was needed. Just slow down. I didn't need to do anything. If I had just used fewer engines, the Ninjin was already capable of making it out. Well, first of all, we can try a few other things, and I have some idea for how the stream can continue. First of all... what the hell? Thank you for playing. The Galaxy of Fame. No, we will not upload this to the Galaxy of Fame. This does not deserve the Galaxy of Fame tag. And... No, stop. Where are you going? Ah, Ninjin, you idiot. Go to the solar system edge. And then actually, we should try out going to the shattered planet. What is dying? Ah, Protozamac is dying. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I was going back to Aquilo, I saw. In the real run, I also changed my turret targeting, but it was not the railgun that failed us. If you watch the VOD of the railrun, it is the rocket turrets. The weak point of this design are the fact that there's only 4 rocket turrets at the front, and their range is so big that they cover like 3 sides of the ship. And so what happened, we had so many big asteroids, which is what the rocket turrets are shooting, that they were shooting asteroids over here, and they ignored the ones in the front because they were overwhelmed. Oh yeah, we will not get close to the shattered. I hope we actually die pretty quickly, because I don't think this is very interesting. We'll just speed this up again. Maybe we can see a Prometheum asteroid somewhere. We're not moving? Why are we not moving? Can we not go there? Oh, does it automatically turn around or something? Weird. Yeah, it was weird. I don't know why it was automatically switching back. Maybe that's a Shattered Planet special thing? Yeah, okay, the Edge Station is special. Fair enough. We'll just have fun seeing Ninjin get destroyed. Although somewhere there should be these special red Prometheum asteroids eventually. But maybe you have to get through a bit of normal space first. I mean, it makes sense. These special asteroids are needed to get the Prometheum Science Pack, which is the endgame science pack to get lab research productivity. Which is an infinite tech, the final infinite tech. I think that's the only thing that this is needed for. So, yeah. Yeah, we could bring up the meteor graph. what's the fastest? There's nothing to click on here, huh? So Promethium. No, they should start appearing eventually. There's one. That's our first Promethium asteroid. Don't know if we're collecting that one. We might be missing it. I have a railgun here somewhere. No, I don't. That railgun should have shot you. Oh. Please shoot them. Why are you not shooting them? Oh, you're on big. That was a mistake. That's gonna kill the ship potentially if I don't tell these guys to shoot the right ones. Why are you out of ammo? Because you guys never got steel. Why are you out of steel? Because you're out of iron? Okay, we're just running out of iron ore at this point. Because, oh, I never fixed this side, apparently. I did a fix for this in the real run, remember? But apparently this save doesn't have the fix. Already flew past one before? Yeah, okay. It's for people who want to juice out millions of SPM. Yeah, indeed it is. Wow. We've gotten 20,000 kilometers here already. I kinda just want to see the ship die. There we go. Now we're gonna go. We've got no defense against this big boy. Oh, I thought we had no defense. Oh god, they deal so little damage at this slow speed. It's pathetic. Okay, but these guys still deal damage. Oh yeah, these guys can still deal damage. Let's look at the power graph. Max wanted to see the power graph. It seems like the accumulators were not really discharged. They were fine. There appears to be a problem. No, this is fine. This is totally how the ship is designed to work. Look how much... They do slow down a lot though. On this slow speed, they barely make it through. Just an old woman slowly eating a carrot. Wait, what are you thinking of against Strudel there? Okay, well, that was very successful, honestly. I did not expect that to be enough. I want to try something else. We're trying alternate timelines here after all. So, for you, this time, I want to cut off all the powerful smelting. I'm just gonna say this has to be gone. And I would like to have more rocket turrets. So let's see where we can just sneak in some more rocket turrets here. I don't know where to get you here. I just want to have way more rocket turrets. I don't have good spaces for way more rocket turrets, is the problem. I don't want to redesign everything, I just want to quickly try to have a different type of setup here. Why did you get the defeated window? Are you on this ship? I am on this ship. I am on this ship. Wait, now that you say it, I don't even know you have to be on the ship to finish the game, but for me it makes sense. I guess in the original game you also didn't need to be on the rocket because you couldn't. But I want to escape the solar system, so it feels to me like that should be the thing on the ship. Legends say that speedrunners first beat the game by building a very long ship and relying on ablative armor. That's why Wuber added the ship length limit. I mean, I could see that being actually true. Alright, how about I remove you? And you. That means I can free up this belt. Because you guys were fine. We're gonna use this area over here. We have some more of... Not a very efficient way. Oh, you're fine. But now we have 8 rocket turrets near the front. So we doubled the number of rocket turrets. I'm also trying to fix the power by not building anything. Let's see if this setup, double the rocket turrets, and no onboard smelting. Maybe this would have been enough. Wasn't there something about the ships being so long the ship would arrive instantly after leaving? Oh, that's also funny. It's only valid on the front, huh? Okay. Anyway. Let's see how quickly. This is now the Ninja again. Full speed. But more rocket turrets. Seeing whether more rocket turrets solve the problem. Now these left ones actually, they cover more area, but I hope that in total just having more rocket turrets will help. Can I squeeze in one more here somehow? Oh well. Anyway, I've seen Shattered Planet ships, they have a lot of rockets. Huh. Just like how you can exceed the speed of light by spinning a very long stick. Yeah, that's how they did this. That's how the speedrunners did it. Oh, I can already see these asteroids are getting very close to the ship. I don't think this more rocket turret approach works. I think we're still too fast. We probably would need better rocket turrets. We might also run out of rockets here. We'll see. I mean, I'm not sure I will run out of turret rockets. This entire belt is still full of rockets. We haven't even emptied rockets. Like, okay, the backside rockets are a little bit empty in here, but I think in general we could lose the backside and be fine. Alright, let's speed this up a bit again. Maybe twice as fast. Just so we can see what happens a bit quicker. And so I don't have to worry about accidentally getting achievements I don't deserve. Oh yeah, oh yeah, there's some damage there. I think... Oh yeah, that... It's also that the damage you take is so much higher when you have higher speed. Like, higher speed is just the devil. Higher speed is just the devil. Bonk. Oh yeah, I think we're cooked here. I think we're done. We lost one railgun already. We made it a bit further than the normal rocket turret run, but just upgrading the rocket turrets like a little bit more isn't nearly as effective as just going slow. Oh yeah, goodbye ship. We lost the railgun. There comes a huge one. Yoink. Just to make sure. We were not out of power. We were not out of power at any point in time. And we're gonna be dead. Bonk. Alright, so. If I recall correctly, we had legendary rocket turrets in our run. So yeah, we can see that doubling my rocket turret number was not enough. Although it helped. Maybe if I could somehow fit in like triple the rocket turrets, but then I'm really gonna kill too many laser and gun turrets, I believe. Then maybe I could make it with that speed. But we could tell that just simply going slow was the most efficient way to deal with this. Now, I don't know if any of you have any ideas. Like, there was a lot of like, oh, you should have done that, or you should have done that at the end of last stream. We could try to unlock the additional... If somebody has the command ready, we could try to unlock the one extra level of rocket turrets. Like the... Oh yeah, we already did the slow speed run. I killed all the engines except one, and we made it. Literally, just having a single thruster and going slow, there was no problem. We didn't even take any damage. We did not even get hit once. So just going slow and this ship would have made it. We also had no power problems, nothing. It would have literally taken 30 minutes, but it would have worked. I think there's a yeah, I sped it up with console commands. Dump the pod modules, choke the fuel or oxidizer. Dump the productivity modules. Yeah, I could, but power wasn't the problem now. The question is, we need something that would like make this ship go through, but fast. Like, our goal would now be to have an idea how to... Anybody have the console command ready for instantly researching something? I would need to instantly research this. Now, I could just research this. All of these sciences, I'm pretty sure they're all just here, buffered. So we could research that and just wait, I guess. How long would this take? Ugh, this is gonna... Remaining time estimate... One hour? Ugh. That is not a fast tech. More railguns? No, I don't think railguns have not been a bottleneck yet. Losing the range, ROE? Range of... I don't know what you mean by ROE. I could try to speed up the game here. I don't actually know how fast I can run the game on my current CPU. We might have stream problems if I do this, but let's try it. Oh yeah, and but what would I change for the target list of the gun turret of the railguns should shoot mediums or big ones, you mean? I don't know. Are we going? I don't feel like we're going 10x. This is probably my UPS limit here. What was the debug screen? F10? No. F9? F9 is zooming in. What is F9? Oh, F9 is the standard zoom level. Okay. Well, we could sit this out, but we actually ran out of some kind of signs on Gleba. We ran out of green, of all things. Okay. So that's not gonna work. I should just look up the... I should just look up the command. Are you sure there's... Is that question mark part of it or not? Okay, we have it now. Okay, let's see. Do you guys actually have more damage now? Well, you should take only 3 hits. But that look... No, it still needs 4 hits. Something didn't work here. It didn't research it. Whatever you did, it didn't research it. Oh, Tumbling Satellite is raiding us with 38 people. Of those 38 people, who remembers how to do this? Yeah, I tried setting this to 8, but... No, it says it cannot execute the command. In comes the console cavalry. Yeah, I tried that. X8.level 8, but it doesn't work. Is that a carrot there? No, that's a sausage, sadly. Oh, thank you for the sausage rate. I'm gonna look that up on the wiki real quick. So what are we doing right now for those that just raided? I have this beautiful carrot ship. This beautiful carrot ship did not make the run to the solar system edge. Mainly because the rocket turrets couldn't deal with all the oncoming things. One thing I didn't know during my run is that stronger explosives level 8 reduced the number of hits needed to kill the big oxide and carbonic and metallic asteroids from 4 hits to 3 hits, which would really up the output of these turrets. But I can't make it, I can't like research that right now, it's gonna take too long, so I'm looking for the chat command. Just do editor. Oh, yeah, Can I? Give myself... entities... It's no technology. Isn't there technology? No. Or shift-click text instant research? What? I use my vast German knowledge to say Gruß Gott to a German family I saw today. I hope you're proud. I am proud, Jack. You did that well. You designed a garden gnome. That is also a good ship to make. Just open the tech tree normally. Okay. Right. Supposed to control shift click that? Oh, it didn't insta-research this. This is uncute. That is literally what this button does. Shift click the research button. Okay, well... Okay, that made it. Okay, we got it. I think. Yes. Alright, we have this. Right, let's close the editor. Oh god, how do I get out of the editor? Get me out of here. Get me out of the editor. Control Shift F11. Okay, I'll remember it, Max, for you. Oh, what? Wait, I'm no longer in here? I'm now walking on the ship? Well, that is funky, but I'll take it. I didn't know you could leave. Is that working as intended? Anyway. The, That's editor. Well, you know what? I don't know why you couldn't. I guess you could pick up things. But this is so cute. It feels so cozy to run on your ship. I think they should just allow you to run on the ship. I see no problem with this. Maybe they're worried I'm gonna shoot the thing, but I don't have any ammo. But I could have some ammo. Wait, could I? Okay, this needs to be investigated now. This is not at all what we're coming here. I could manually defend the ship in this mode. And my rocket speed is quite good. I want another big chunk somewhere. You there? You're a big chunk. Let me get to you. Oh. Come on, get in range. Get in range. And 3 shots are enough. Although I'm not a rocket turret. Does the rocket turret get extra damage? It does not. Okay. Get yourself a handheld railgun. I could. That would be funny. I didn't make one. I could editor mode one, but yeah, we can just do it. Anyway, let's keep going. I hope the ship doesn't just leave without me when I tell it to go somewhere. Why can't I click this? Alright, I want you to go to Solar System Edge. I do not expect that the ship will survive this. Well, the funny thing will be... Wait a second. The funny thing will be if the ship dies, but I'm still here. It's like still there. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it is probably internally how they simulated it. It is the surroundings that move, not the ship. I fully expect that. Anyway, reminder. The vanilla version of this ship only gets to around 30,000 kilometers and then it gets overwhelmed by big asteroids. So I want to see whether the improved tech gets me much further than 30,000. That's the goal here. And then... if you have any other idea of what I should test, how to make this work, we're talking mild modification. We're not talking, how about you build a better ship? Yeah, no, that's not in the cards. Just mild modifications to see how close we were to victory. Just let me know them, and we will try them. Because boy, when I failed the game, there were a lot of people who knew better how to build a ship. Let railguns shoot big. Okay, we can try that in addition. I think we tried that last time, though. I mean, that's what I did in the real run. I am gonna worry that the power's gonna run out here. I like the railgun sound though, it is really pretty. I mean, sure, we could be starting to combine different strategies of like different speeds and different amounts of weapons. But we've already proven that reducing the speed will win us this run. So I'm not that interested in reducing the speed anymore. I know that any combination of reducing speed and something else will work, because reducing speed by itself already works. We're running out of power here. Alright. We're taking damage there. Yeah, one railgun is already gone. So, it doesn't really feel like we're doing much better here so far. I mean, I might have to just kill these guys for now, just to have a fair run. Just to have the fair run here. I just want to see what actually happens to the front. I don't want to run out of power. Okay, so far it's actually working. I'm impressed. We got over 45 now. This is running better than the time when I had 8 turrets, but in theory 8 turrets should be more than 4 turrets with the higher level. That could be a bit of RNG spawn. Oh god, this is dangerous though now. This is dangerous. This might end it. This might end it. We're shooting so many different things. Yeah. Okay. That's the end of this run, I think. You feel like this plus a few spare railguns might work. Yeah, it might have worked. If the railguns were rebuilding, this could have potentially worked. Right now we're slimming down the ship. Ah, but not permanently. Just temporarily. Where am I standing? I should get out of the way of that asteroid. That asteroid is, Oh yeah, but there's more asteroids coming now. Oh boy. Now, question is, are we gonna die when the platform hub gets destroyed, or can we survive? Because we're in this weird buggy mode now. Oh, we didn't even die! No, this is a weird interaction that I don't think many of you have seen, probably. Yeah. That's the instant warp back to Novus. It's a secret, rarely used technique. Only used by speedrunners that enable console mode. We're just getting chucked over to the Novus planet. I don't think I can really realistically fit in more front-facing railguns. Like, I don't know what I could delete these maybe. Like I could try to put them all like this is what you're saying, I guess. Alright, let's try one last run. I'll do one last run. I don't wanna, as I said, I don't wanna overdo this. We're gonna do one last run. We're gonna put all the 3 frontal railguns to be actually facing frontally. And we're gonna allow them to shoot mediums as well. Sure. I just need to get this over there. Oh, we can do it the cheap and weird way. Actually, you guys can stay here. Okay. You can feed from one railgun to the next. Huh. I hadn't considered that as a possibility, but for now this also works. I do need the 3-shot upgrades though? I don't know. We'll try it without that. Are you gonna try out more mods for the MP after this? I will have some announcement about the mods for the MP right after this. I will also... I think this is gonna use a lot of power, so we're gonna delete all the smelting. I'm just gonna hope we have enough. And we're just gonna go like this. As I said, this is alternate timelines. We don't need to overdo them. We already found a timeline that works. We're just gonna go with medium shooting 3 frontal railguns and seeing whether the railguns are our saviors. When is the MP again? May fell so far until it wasn't. So the multiplayer is starting on May 1st. So this is on Thursday. I can't believe also it came so quickly. The main reason is that surely this is gonna work for a bit. The main reason is that, of course, as you all knew, I wasn't building very big bases in this run. I wasn't making like huge amounts of like Vulcanus. I set up this huge engine and electric engine assembly, and that was the biggest thing I ever built, but I never really used it. I have my beautiful, lovely Glaber setup, but I'm not even using... Like, I conquered all of the swamp, but I'm not using it. My factory is barely being used. Nauvis has been like in anemic supply mode forever. And also Fulgora, I didn't ever connect a big scrap thing. We just used up all the scrap at the start, and that was enough to end the game. So I want to do a game where we need to build huge amounts of everything. So I want to run a Death World marathon run, and we're gonna run mods that re-implement the old expensive mode recipes, so that we have to build really big scale factories. You were building bases? Has anybody suggested that Alpha use the cryo plant to make explosive units? Right, somebody somewhere suggested that. Yeah, that would have been smart to use the cryo plant here, but then again I would have had to lift that. Right, so far... oh god, you are out of ammo. That is not good. That is really not good. I need to fix that. I guess you need to go. My Scusi. Alright. I had so much fun with quality scrap for Fulgora Spaghetti. Yeah, I can see that. But I also felt like this run was over. Like, as a stream, there's also a limit to how much I want to extend this. You can definitely make a 300-hour run where you build up really big bases and you have lots of stuff flying everywhere. But Space Age has already made the game so much longer. If I want to make a really big base, I'd rather do it collaboratively in multiplayer with other people, because I don't have the stamina to build a 400-hour mega base. Yeah. So this is me trying to be fast. My first playthrough of this took 100 hours. I could do the old Death World in under 8 hours for There Is No Spoon, and I needed 100 hours for Space Age. I think Space Age is too long in some sense. Now, they add in a lot of cool planets and a lot of cool challenges, and I'm sure I can get fast at this, and I really want to do the 40-hour achievement. But even 40 hours for the fast achievement, that's still a pretty long time. Better to do Mega Base in Factorio than Satisfactory. I honestly didn't watch much more when you started building your Mega Base in Satisfactory, and I have never played that game. Oh. Speaking of, the triple railgun to the front, so far, I don't know who suggested this, but this is working pretty well so far. Railguns shooting the mediums. Oh, not medium, sorry, the big ones. That's really cutting down on the rocket turrets. I guess they also have the advantage, they have very long range. Just the thoughts of a satisfactory mega base gives me carpal tunnel. Ooh, but some of them are getting really close now. I guess the good thing is also, if the railguns shoot more, I think they will do more incidental damage, because they do have the piercing damage where they just shoot through everything. There's a lot of small stuff coming though. I don't know how close it's... Yeah, this laser turret took some damage there. So we're no longer clearing everything. And this railgun took some damage. So I think this probably won't make it. But just turning the railgun turret to the front and allowing them to shoot medium ones, also a very big improvement. Very big improvement. Ah, this might be the end though. Yeah, there goes the railgun turret. Yeah, something's in there. There's a big one in there. Shattered planet ships are just a constant cacophony of railgun turrets and AoE rockets. Yeah, there's the way where currently we're using the normal rockets, but probably I could see that when you want to do a different build, you use the explosive rockets to deal with all the small stuff. Whereas I'm using the rockets to deal with the big ones. Alright, 65,000 kilometers. If I had some backup railgun turrets. Or if I also had the level 3 on the rocket turrets. Like, this combination of circumstances might have allowed me to make it through with an engine. Which still, very beautiful ship. I will gloat about how I managed to make this carrot look well. Alright, then the carrot is about to die, as it has many times now. Boing. Let's look for the next huge one. That huge one is probably our end. Honestly, if that was... Oh, I could have probably deconstructed like some railguns. And then like tried to make it work. So I have some backup railguns. If I had like been really desperate, maybe we could have made it this way. Anyway, oh, that's cute. How we like cut off the side there. Ah, and that's our rep. That's a rep, although it got to like almost 80,000. So just turning railgun turrets to the front and allowing them to shoot big ones, also a huge improvement. And railgun firing speed does matter. Yeah, that would help here as well. So, I think we figured out enough about what would have been necessary. We looked at the various things. It is clear to me that just going slow seems to be the most powerful thing. So if I ever wanted to do a speed run, I'm probably just going to try to build slower ships, because they will just need fewer things. Just running this on a single thruster was enough. It took half an hour, but half an hour is a lot less time than it takes to rebuild all of this. Just 4 hours late for the achievement. Yeah, but I also didn't do the achievement today because I deactivated the achievements for these runs. If only you didn't spend all that time on the quality build. Oh yeah, that quality build was fun. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the alternate timelines. So with this, the Space Age Death World run is truly over, officially over. There's not gonna be any more of this. The next time I play Factorio, and I might stream a little bit, will be the multiplayer.